I also make sure that I come short. Even though I've got a lot to say. I met Sister Ashes a long time ago, see her from afar. So last year, when I was in Paris, I was in a very dark moment where I wanted nothing to do with school, I wanted nothing to do with relationships. Like, I was in a very dark moment. So the only person who came to my mind was Sister Ashes. And then I decided to text her. When I texted her, I felt like a lot has changed. I felt like God wanted me to text her in the first place, but then it kind of took me time to do so. So after I texted her, we started talking, I started telling her about what I was going through at that moment. And at that moment, I was in a bad space because I was not having a good relationship with my father. When I started telling her whatever that was happening, she started counseling me. And at that time, I felt like I needed a psychologist. Because at that time, I was even thinking of emailing the psychiatrist from the school. And when I was talking to her, she started giving me verses. Started like telling me everything that I needed to know. Because at that time, I grew a lot of freedom towards my father, towards me. I wanted nothing. I didn't even want to see a man near me. So when she started talking, I started learning more about the power of forgiveness. Now, I'm not in a point where I'd say, whatever that comes, whoever who wrongs me, I'll be able to forgive just like it. But then day by day, step by step, I am getting there. So I'd like to thank the speaks very much. Thank you, may God bless you.
Sister 2018, and when I met her, I was still struggling from the trauma that I had in the past. So I was raped when I was 6 years old, and 2017 I got molested by a pastor. So when I met Sister Righteous, I remember she called me and she was like, I wanted to have a one-on-one. I didn't want to because I was like, what's the use? If I got raped when I was 6 and it still happened again with the pastor, then what more? How can you help me? And I remember we were sitting down and she started, ministering to me. And I remember she told me, she was like, I don't know about you, but God is my psychologist. God is my social worker. And from there, I started taking her words. And today, I can tell you that I am healed. I used to be a lesbian, I used to date girls, but now I can still get attracted to a man, and that is a testimony to me. So I just wanted to say thank you so much, Sister Righteous. I really appreciate you. And I am writing a book right now with what happened to me. So I am really grateful for the God that lives in you. Amen.
Fix your dream, right? Let's count the things that she has done for you. She found you in your down moment. And she about the things that she has helped you recover from. And now you are even attracted to men. When we look around, are you seeing something? Everyone stay here, eh? You are welcome to you. You are welcome to you. Thank you so much. Powerful.
I was introduced to her by my pastor back in my country. So she told me there's a beautiful girl I've met. She has a very powerful testimony. I would want you to get to listen to her testimony and get to learn something from her. So I went on YouTube and I searched for her, and I remember we exchanged numbers, we started talking, and I just want to go direct to how the things has helped me. I was given a privilege to talk about my story because at a very young age I was abandoned by my mother, and that brought about bitterness throughout my childhood. I was so bitter. I would bring people to say, why my mom this, why my mom that. But the moment I made the fix, I realized the power of forgiveness. You can never move forward if you don't forgive. So I'm so grateful that I've come to know her, and everything that happened in my life my mother, and we have a great relationship. I'm so grateful.
So you are how many years old?
I'm 60 years now.
60 years.
Yes.
She fixed your marriage.
She fixed my marriage. The problems I had in my house with my children.
And she fixed your children, your relationship with your children.
Yes, all the things that I was doing aside, she managed to get through. And sometimes she would just call me and say, "Man, are you okay? But in my spirit." And each time she does that, there is something that God is doing in her to me.
Thank you, Mom.
Welcome, amen. My name is Fortunate Ndlovu. I'm a Christian, amen. So, firstly, I would like to welcome the leaders of this church. If they are available or here with us, they can stand and we clap hands for them to honor this place that they have given to us, amen. We can clap for my Secondly, I would like to welcome all pastors. If you are a pastor in a specific church, you can just stand and we honor you as a servant of God. Amen. Pastors, they can stand and we clap hands for them. Hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. And secondly, I would like to welcome our bands. Can we clap hands for them? They are doing a great job. Can we just clap hands for them? I would like to welcome our guests. Amen. We have Lily and Millicent. We have Ducky Noel. We have Bomalim Kanja. We have King Anne. We can clap hands for them. Amen. They can stand up and we clap hands for them if they are available. As I speak, can we stand up as you appreciate yourself in your heart and you clap hands for yourself? Amen. Clap hands for yourself. It's not enough. You can clap hands. As you are standing up, I would like to clap hands for Holy Spirit for being in this place. If it was not for Him, some of us. Can we clap hands for Jesus? Can we clap hands for Jesus? Thank you. Lastly, let us clap hands and welcome our host, the Fix, Miss Fix. I don't see her, but we can clap hands for. Oh!
Jesus is worthy of our praise. So when you have your moment to just tell him that he is worthy of your praise, you are the one who derives the meaning from your own situation. And you will always be worthy of our praises. Just for making it to this place, it is worthy of our praises. Just for waking up this morning, it is worthy of our praises. There are many people gasping for air from this COVID right now as we speak in the hospital. But we are here. It is worthy of our praises. Never ever, not even a single moment, think you are self-sustained, because it is all because of you. Thank you. We're moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, and right now we are going to call upon on stage one person who is very resilient, very brave, very strong, but above all, the faith she has is beyond understanding. I mean, you can just take a look at all of these people who are here today, all because of this person. Someone who says, when I want to do something, I don't care what obstacle I will come across, she will do it. If she believes that this thing is going to benefit somebody else, she can go all out. Many times she does things that you would think she is a fool or she's stupid, but she keeps doing them because of the passion she has for helping and improving the next person's life. If you think about it, we are all here because of a story that was meant to break her down. But she got back up and she created a move, not for her, but for people who are going through the same or even worse, to derive strength from her story. It's the courage that she has that brought us all here today. And I'm very honored to be her younger brother by blood, because I personally learned a lot from her. And I'm sure you can all agree with me that for the mere fact that you took your time to come and attend this event, it's either you understood her passion or she has done something in your life that made you want to come here today. And I'm telling you this to prepare you right now, because she's about to come and speak to us. You gave your time to her by coming here. The only thing I request from you is to give her your attention, because from that you will thank yourself, because what she's going to present to us today, I promise you, it's a life changer. They say a prophet is not recognized in his own hometown. Not this one I'm talking about. This one is recognized in the family first. And that's why you see all of us, the siblings, are supporting her. We support the vision, and we support the faith you have, my sister. Now it's your time to come and speak to us. Tell us why you want us here. Maybe you want to tell us that we've been showing you flames and you are tired.
Oh And we are going to request the following people, all of them. You all come at once. Mimama Misiela. You breastfeed and live for the next. Breastfeed, live for the next. You don't finish the whole milk because we all need to be filled up. That means I'm going to give you 2 minutes each to testify. And my clock is going to start the moment you say, Amen. My clock starts. And when it goes 2 minutes on the dot, I come and grab the microphone and allow you to go and sit down. I warned you, right? So when people understood the gospel of Jesus because people were testifying about it. Without the testimonies, we wouldn't believe that these things were real. So we need to believe that this thing is real. So the 4 people that I have called, I will repeat: Hadassah, Mambusi, Nene, and Mimi. All of you.
I just need the energy that comes with the excitement and the beauty. So how are you all feeling today? I like that. I like that. Ladies and gentlemen, from outside, please come inside. The mshito is about to go on fire. Mshito twela pili. Mshito twela pili. Ushers, please do your job. Let the people come inside. We are about to be on fire. Ushers, Andrina, please communicate with the ushers. We need people inside. The show has started. Thank you so much. And can you please give a round of applause to the band? Give a round of applause to the band. They are doing the most. So as people are coming inside, I'm just going to give the band another opportunity to bless us. But for it, my God! Are you ready for it? Are you ready for it? Yeah. I like that. I like the sound. Give me something. Let's go. Give me something as the people come inside. Ladies and gentlemen, please forgive us for the lateness. We are waiting for the camera people. They say 5 minutes. It's been 5 minutes for the past 2 hours. So we've been waiting. But we decided we cannot wait for forever. We have to start. But it would be nice to have this memorable event to be captured. But unfortunately, we have to do what we have to do. We waited, but now we need to move on. So we're going to start with whatever we have. Janice, are you ready? Let's go. Over to you. So the show can start.
Yeah.
our event, I will just request Pastor Vuleni to just quickly come on stage to open this service or this event in prayer. As the team gives us something, we are going to welcome Pastor Vuleni on stage to come and open in prayer so we can just get started.
You are Alpha and Omega. We worship you, our Lord. You are worthy to praise. You are Alpha and Omega.
My job is to just hold the driver's seat and hold the steering and do this. But you know who has a big job engines. You are the bodies of this vehicle that I'm driving. So if the engine is not fueled up, there's nothing to drive. So I need you guys to be on your full tanks. So I need an agreement, a commitment from you guys. Are you full tank? They're not full tank. I'm gonna be driving an empty car. We're gonna get stuck. No. Are you all full tank? Are you all full tank? I like that. So my job will be easy. So if you go out of this place today feeling like this place was boring, you must know that you were empty. Do you understand? So if this place is boring today, whose problem is it? I want you to say mine. Whose problem is it? Because you were empty. It's not the MC, it's not what's happening here. It's the engine. So we rely on you guys to drive this ship. And I welcome all of you today. You look so beautiful. Can you please give yourselves a round of applause? Thank you so much. Thank you so much. So, as we start this show, and as people are coming in, I need you all to come in very quietly and just join the show. And as we open the show, we've got this beautiful team on stage, highly qualified people to be on the stage, musicians of highest degree, different types of degrees, equipped to give us that sound that is going to remove all the stuff, all the mabibi, all the shibab. These people are equipped for that, and they are going to show you now. Are you ready? Are you ready? Ladies and gents, are you ready? Can you give me a when I say, are you ready? Alright, let's go together then. I need a good four, then all of us. Are you ready? Yes! It's about to go to another level. It's about to go to another level. Are you ready? Are you ready? Stand on stage. Are you ready? Are you ready? We missed it. Are you ready? Give it to me. Let's go. Jesus is worthy of our praise. So when you have your moment to just tell him that he is worthy of your praise, you are the one who derives the meaning from your own situation. And you will always be worthy of our praises. Just for making it to this place, it is worthy of our praises. Just for waking up this morning, it is worthy of our praises. There are many people gasping for air from this COVID right now as we speak in the hospital. But we are here. It is worthy of our praises. Never ever, not even a single moment, think you are self-sustained, because it is all because of you. Thank you. We're moving right along, ladies and gentlemen, and right now we are going to call upon on stage one person who is very resilient, very brave, very strong, but above all, the faith she has is beyond understanding. I mean, you can just take a look at all of these people who are here today, all because of this person. Someone who says, when I want to do something, I don't care what obstacle I will come across, she will do it. If she believes that this thing is going to benefit somebody else, she can go all out. Many times she does things that you would think she is a fool or she's stupid, but she keeps doing them because of the passion she has for helping and improving the next person's life. If you think about it, we are all here because of the story that was meant to break her down. But she got back up And she created a move, not for her, but for people who are going through the same or even worse, to derive strength from her story. It's the courage that she has that brought us all here today. And I'm very honored to be her younger brother by blood, because I personally learned a lot from her. And I'm sure you can all agree with me that for the mere fact that you took your time to come and attend this event, it's either you understood her passion or she has done something in your life that made you want to come here today. And I'm telling you this to prepare you right now, because she's about to come and speak to us. You gave your time to her by coming here. The only thing I request from you is to give her your attention, because from that you will thank yourself, because what she's going to present to us today, I promise you, it's a life changer. They say a prophet is not recognized in his own hometown. Not this one I'm talking about. This one is recognized in the family first. And that's why you see all of us, the siblings are supporting her. We support the vision and we support the faith you have, my sister. Now it's your time to come and speak to us. Tell us why you want us here. Maybe you want to tell us that we've been showing you flames and you are tired. Tell us so that we know. Shout, ululate, flame, do whatever that you can to welcome the one and only, the Prince, the one and only, their Majesty, the one and only.
Praise the Lord, amen. I appreciate you all for taking your time, your monies. I believe it's not about money, but it's about what you will get. 2 weeks, if not 3 weeks ago, no, a month ago, when I was preparing this day, a lady, she exposed me, and I'm not gonna stop saying it, but she said it anyway. She tells me that her daughter, who is young, had a child, and she said she's struggling to accept and understand such a disappointment as a parent. And then I said to her, is there anything you can do about that situation? Because I asked, is the baby born? She said yes. I'm like, okay. So she's like, she's struggling, it's very hard for her. And then I spoke to her, I tried to make some sense. And 2-3 weeks down the line, when I was sending out the invitation, the daughter responds, and she says to me, how I wish I could be part of this beautiful event, because I am struggling to accept this baby. I am struggling to forgive myself. I am struggling to love this child. And then I said to the girl, what do you mean did he rape? She said, no, he did not. But we were in a process. They were in a separation. They were separating. So she said, I feel like he tapped me. And then, at that moment, I thought of the baby. The grandmother called and said, she is angry and she is failing to accept the grandchild. And she is angry at me. I want us to talk. Don't look at me, don't be shocked. We're going to have a conversation. The grandmother, right, is angry at who? The grandson and who? The daughter, because she disappointed her. And now the mother is angry at who? The father. And as a result, who suffers? Because she's failing to accept the child, right? So I want you guys, can I have another mic and the sanitizer? Can I have another show can help me? I want you guys to, maybe we have a 5 minutes discussion on this. What do you think it will happen to this baby? Or is it happening right now?
Thank you, Jesus, for this wonderful moment. I believe it is very suffering rejection.
If I'm not okay. She believes this baby is suffering from rejection. Mom, please, you wanted to say this. Okay. This child, you know what I feel or I think? That the grandmother is angry, but the mother is fine. You understand? And or the other way around. But now both the mothers, the grandmother is like the mother, isn't it? Both these people are angry. And what happens? They start to abuse. It doesn't know what love is. It starts from now. This was a beautiful story for me. And I was like, I said to the girl, you need to forgive yourself. For me, this is what I believe. And if I'm wrong because I'm young, I love saying I'm young. And that makes me feel young. Yeah, I look young, right? Yes. A young girl came and told me this. I felt like, okay, what I know is what I want to say. I feel like children are innocent. It doesn't matter in which way they came. But in most cases, it's like if someone gets tempted, and let's say next thing you get that the fix is pregnant, all of them will be disappointed. But when the baby is out, there is joy because the little angel who knows nothing has just arrived. You understand? So if this child, let's raise our children in a way that God will want them to be raised. And I want to appeal or request. It doesn't matter from if you're a mother, a father, whoever. It doesn't matter how you receive or conceive that child. Even if it was through rape. God knew why He planted that seed in your womb. There are people who had miscarriages. But God kept that child until the 9th month. So I want to say that forgiveness sets a person free. I've got a few points that I will speak about, but one testimony that I want to share with you, which is very exciting, and I saw the grace of God. I'm one person who is very honest. Hadassah, when she was speaking about, the testimony, she said something about her sharing the story, and she said, little did she know that by sharing her story, God was healing her. And that is exactly what happened to me. When me sharing my story, God was working in my life. So this is a powerful testimony, guys, and you guys are going to be surprised. I didn't know this. how God is so amazing. I wrote in my journal in January that I'm going to have an event in September themed power and forgiveness. Then I forgot. I moved on with my life. Around May, then I'm praying that I need a theme for this conference. And then this theme came back again. Power of forgiveness. Now when I go back to my diary, I see in my January prayer, it was written already, we're going to have a conference, power of forgiveness. No! I designed the posters, then I start sending them out. That is the 1st of July, right? 2nd, 3rd, 4th. Those who follow me on WhatsApp know I'm a very vibey person. I love dancing. So I'm dancing, I was singing this song. My life is a testimony, oh, dun, 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 Jehovah done to me something, oh. It is a wonderful, oh, my dear testimony, oh. I'm excited about this conference. Already I just felt the joy, you know, that okay, now I'm having it. Once the poster is out, for me it's like God has already done it. Then I'm driving back home, my phone rings, guys. And then my heart skipped a bit when I looked at that phone. When I saw the person who was calling. And then I'm like, am I seeing it correctly? And my eyes were seeing it correctly. I picked up. Okay, they say when you are answering the phone, people can hear your mood on the other side. So already I was here. You see what happens when you have enemies? Even when you are here, when you see the enemy, what happens? What happens? And what is the name of that? Your enemy controls your life. Because he's not my enemy, this person. I just went, hello, in that very same mood. And he was also in the mood, like, hey, how's it going? I'm passing your neighborhood. I just remember I once had a girlfriend here. I'm like, oh, good memories, hey. And then this guy started talking. And then I'm like, hey, am I hearing myself correctly? And we talk like friends, guys. We spoke like friends. And I'm driving, I got home. When I get home, I'm like, hey, why not, bruh? I don't understand because now the reality is ticking. But this person is the one who initiated the fix. So us talking like this, as we are friends, now my mind is coming back. Oh, bruh, man, tell me, man, how will we be talking if I died from what you made me go through? Hey, come on. And he said to me, you wouldn't die because it was not meant to kill you. It was the plan of God. Look at what you are doing today. Look at the lives that have been changed through your life. I'm like, I didn't believe my ears. And then I'm like, okay, I've been praying, man. I've been thinking that we must do a collaboration. You know, I'm pushing it hard. We must do a collaboration. You should come. Let's do something together. I know you've got a great story, and a lot can learn from your story. And he said to me, I am not ready to go public, but I can talk to you face to face and tell you what happened. And I spoke with him, and to a point where I took my phone, because I didn't believe this is happening, because we've never had that conversation since it's been 4 years now. So I took my phone and I recorded some clips. I wanted to send it to my family so that they can hear. And then we hanged up. Okay, and I said to him, I'm going to invite you back to my wedding. He's like, you know what? When you invite me to your wedding, I'll come. And I will sit, I'll be part of the Chawana family. And I will speak and I will tell this new husband, never hate this girl. I have done it, but nobody will ever do it. And then I was shocked. I took that voice note and I sent it to my family. Hey, guys, they thought maybe I wanted to go back. And I'm like, what is happening? Hey, why are you so friendly? Why are you so friendly? I'm like, this is not. I was in a good mood. And I said I forgive him. Why should I change my attitude when he's You understand what forgiveness means? Forgiveness means the person who has hurt you, even after they have done everything, they took your money, they took everything that belongs to you, but when they come back, but when you decide in your spirit that you forgive them, when they come back to you, you give them the smile. You give them the smile. That is what Christianity is about. We don't, and later on, when my dad called, because they were so confused, they were thinking maybe we want to sort things out. So they had a meeting behind my back. I know you had a meeting behind my back. So my dad is very smart. In that group, everybody else was against me, but I said to my dad, you have been preaching about how do we respond to the situation. What if this was a test for me to see if I am ready to conduct this conference? Imagine if you call and I'm like, hello, what do you want? Do you think this would have been successful? I would be a hypocrite. So that was my test and I passed it. Give a hand, praise! Somebody will ask me, when you forgive somebody, does it mean you must go back? I want you guys to leave this place knowing that when you forgive someone, on the advert I sent you, I said to you, come and hear, come and set a prisoner free. And then I asked, who is that prisoner? Do you know who that prisoner is? Do you know who that prisoner is? Yourself. When you are holding grudges, it's like carrying somebody who has helped you 20 years ago. You are walking around with them. You are struggling. You know what happens with anger or unforgiving spirits or holding grudges is that they control your life. No matter how happy, even if you are excited, but when you come across a picture or just anything that reminds you of that person, when you see them, your mood changes altogether. And that is the sign that it's no longer you living in yourself. It's somebody else. You have given somebody else powers over you. There are a few questions that I want us to discuss in this talk. Number one is, how do I forgive someone who's not showing remorse or not apologizing? How do you forgive someone who doesn't come to you and say, I apologize after whatsoever that they might have done to you? Number two, when I forgive someone, do I need to forget? How do you forget? A pain. Jesus Christ was crucified. Did he forget? So that's a lot of people have these questions. And when I forgive, does it mean I have to forget? Number three, I fail to forgive. I just structured this in a way that I'm making it like somebody has been asking me. But I fail to forgive every time. I fail to forgive every time I make progress. When I see the person or the perpetrator thinking, the pain resumes. What should I do? You are trying, right? You want to, okay? It's something that you are trying to do and you have been trying to do. But every time, if something happens that looks, it's like when they talk about marriage, for me, because I was dumped, then I'm like, nah, it triggers some uncomfortable feelings in me. So you know what your situation is. So what must you do? We want to address that. Number four, does it mean I haven't forgiven the person when I speak of how they badly treated me? Does it mean now that I'm doing the fix, now that I've shared my story, I'm no longer sharing my story? No, I'm tired. A lot of people have been sending me invites. Come share your story. We move forward. We continue with life. I tell them, boyfriends. Primary school, we knew nothing then. But they are, every time they say that, this one hurt me. When we were in grade 3. Imagine, I want us to walk out of this place delivered, restored, living a life of freedom. There is nothing exciting, there is nothing that is so, I don't even know how to explain, than living a life of freedom, being yourself, fearless. I've learned that through hardship. I used to struggle, my brother shared this in his book. Pastor's kids, we go through a lot. We struggle with self-identity because we are expected to live according to people's standards, not according to God's standard. But we are scared that if I mess up here, people will think this of me. So I used to struggle my whole life until this fixed thing changed my life. And now I'm living my life to the maximum potential. And I am very happy that out of the hateful situation, I discovered my purpose. Don't shy away from painful situations. Don't shy away. If bad things doesn't happen to you, who deserves to go through pain? Is there anybody who's immune to pain? I mean, if I can light a matchstick here and I put it on photo and put it on mama, because she's a Christian, do you think she won't feel the heat? Won't you feel the heat? She will, right? Yes. So even as Christians, we should know that when we are Christians, we grow after every challenge. Number one, how do I forgive someone who's not showing remorse? Luke 23, verse 34. I'm just gonna quote it to save time. Forgive them. That's what Jesus was saying when he was on the cross. For they know not what they are doing. The people who are hurting us, right? You forgive them. Jesus Christ was on the cross and they asked for forgiveness. When he said forgive them, did they go to him and say, we apologize, we shouldn't have crucified you? But what did Jesus say? They know not what they are doing. Every person who has hurt you, they know not whose child you are. They know not what God will do after that situation. So what do you need to do? If we call ourselves Christians, it means that we must act like Christ does. Isn't it so? If you say I am a Christian, we should go through what Jesus went through. So if Jesus Christ forgave them, why should we fail to forgive them? Why should we imprison ourselves or jail ourselves in waiting for them to come back and apologize? May the good Lord help you to understand that they don't need to come back. I said to this guy, I forgive you, he didn't come back to me. I did it first. I wanted to set myself free. And I forgave him and set him free completely, out of my system, out of my mind. Because I wanted my life back. I didn't want him to control me. Some people might not be lucky. I was blessed. 4 years later he came to apologize. What if he never comes back? What if they never come back to apologize? Are you going to die with that grudge? May the good Lord help you. They don't need to come. They know not what they are doing. Number 2, when I forgive, do I need to forget? In the book of Luke 17, verse 3 to 4, Jesus says, forgive 7 times in a day. So when Jesus says forgive repeatedly, it means he knew that people would hurt us repeatedly, isn't it? They will hurt us in a day. Again, they come back and hurt us, and again they come back and hurt us, right? But he still says forgive them. That means for the mere fact that he is mentioning the number 7 times, it means he remembers that they've hurt you the first time, they've hurt you the second time, they've hurt you the first time. but you did not forget, but you remember. Do you get what I mean? You will not forget. So when you forgive someone, it doesn't mean you forget, but it means it does not pain anymore. Do you get what I mean? You won't forget. I mean, some people they do forget, but some people they don't forget. They always, this thing is always in your mind. So Jesus says, forgive 7 times in a day. It means that even if it's more than that, it will happen. It is happening, but you need to forgive. Hallelujah. There is pain in forgiveness. It doesn't just happen. It's painful to forgive someone, especially if you did not do anything and if you feel like you were supposed to be treated in a better way. But when you forgive, it is for your own good. I just want you to understand that you are not doing it for me. You are not doing it for them. Because sometimes the devil will whisper this to you to say that, if you forgive them, and speak to them. You know those people who make you angry and they don't even greet you. And you continue to greet. The devil say you will look stupid because you are repeatedly doing good. That's what the devil says to you, right? But that's the right thing. One day he will say hello back. Never get tired of doing the right thing. The Bible says whether you eat, drink, whatsoever, do it for the glory of God. Hallelujah. So what is happening right now here is that every person who has hurt you, who you are thinking about now, you know that person right now. Those of you who are angry, that person is in your mind right now. So when you forgive them today here, it doesn't mean you will forget what they did to you. But it will mean they have no powers over your life. Who has hurt you 10 years ago, and then your heart started aching. Did that person hurt you at that moment? Did that person hurt you? Now who is hurting who here? Who is hurting who here? Yourself. Hence I said to you, you have powers over yourself. So if the pain resumes, it's no longer them. Don't blame it on them. It's you. And the person that we can work with is who? You. I cannot control what gift is doing, but I can control what I am doing. Almost done? Does it mean I haven't forgiven the person when I speak of how badly they treated me? In the book of Mark 15, verse 21 to 38, the Bible speaks about the scars when Jesus was crucified, right? So after he rose, when they were in that place, the disciples saw that Jesus has risen, and everybody else was excited that Jesus has risen, right? And then Thomas came, and when Thomas came, and they tell him, Jesus has risen, and Thomas was like, nah. Thomas did not believe that Jesus has risen. He asked, where are the scars? That's why Thomas said, show me the scars. They wanted to see, Thomas wanted to see the scars before he could believe that Jesus has risen. And Jesus showed him the scars. Sometimes our scars, not even sometimes, in most cases, our scars, we are the one we have control to make those scars look beautiful or ugly. My scars are beautiful because I changed the story. So when you speak about your story, it's not about hurting the person, it's a testimony. There is a difference between scars and wounds. I want you to know this. There is a difference between a person who is scarred and wounded. If a person is wounded, it needs the grace of God to restore that person. But scars, they testify about the power of God. That Jesus heals. That I died, but on the third day I rose again. Scars wrong when you testify about what has happened. There is nothing wrong at all. Don't shy away from your scars because they make you beautiful. Hallelujah. Unforgiving spirit closes the door against your own forgiveness from God. Don't block God to forgive you because you are holding grudges. Unforgiving spirit causes you to live a life of bitterness and makes you to go through life with anger. You are not complete. You walk your problems. I want you to allow God to restore you and to help you to forgive. Because the person who forgives lives a life that is godly. Hallelujah. I asked Tamini play Mercy, Mercy, rewrote my life on the background.
kaya. Siku nataka kukoma. Nakukoma. Siku ndakukoma sana mane. Unga beketeli, unga beketeli, unga beketeli. Tuna daya, tataya, tataya, komala, tataya. Evan, Evan, Evano, Evano, Daniela, 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 fix the fiwa, fix the fiwa, fix the fiwa.